Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, I am going to tell you how to write a research thesis or a scientific research thesis. Writing a thesis and its pattern isn't similar everywhere. It varies from university to university. Every school sets some rule about its construction, arrangement, and reference styles. I am giving a general overview which will hopefully helpful for both of you, either you are undergrad or a graduate student. A thesis can be divided into 6 sections, which are sections, or you name these as chapters. These are abstracts, introduction, literature review, methodology, results and discussion, and conclusion. First of all, we will discuss about abstracts. Abstracts comes first in any thesis, but always written at the end of the thesis, as it is the summary of the whole thesis. It's usually short, comprising nearly 1 page, as it is the first impression of your thesis, so it should be very precise, comprehensive, and very well written. So the next section is introduction section, which is quite explanatory and basic to your research. Suppose your research topic is medical imaging of brain tumor for diagnostic purposes, or you are using any diagnostic technique. So we can take an example that how many things you need to write in your introduction section. You can start introduction section by technique or disease or organ. Suppose in this title short form, you need to start from brain, its function, tumor types of brain cancer. Then later you can describe the diagnostic technique used to diagnose a brain tumor, and at the end you need to explain the disease or the technology you are explaining. You have the main focus on it. So you can give the equations, figures of the technique you are using. You can give the mechanism, its working, its construction, and the physics behind that machine. So you need to explain everything very well. So you can give its component. You can add images where necessary, but with reference. If you are taking the image from some internet source, some published work, you need to give its references. So we can take another example other than like medical things, like characterization of iron oxide or any other material. You can first give the detail of the iron oxide, its all properties, usefulness, and we will discuss the machines which are used to characterize the material, like XRD, scanning electron microscope. So you need to give the physical, chemical properties, and then after that we need to give the characterization techniques. You can focus on one machine if you are using the one, and you can explain the all if you are giving the comparison of all the machines, and you can add the images of the machine. If you don't need to give reference if you are taking with your own camera, but if you are taking from the internet, you need to give the reference. So from this example, if you are using if you have any other subject like botany, zoology, you can proceed the introduction section like that. You will start from plant or any animal, and you will give the techniques of your title. So you can write the introduction section this way. The next important here are the examples. You can give the brain images, iron oxide images, MRI machine images, XRD machine images of any plant in the introduction section. but if you are taking from the internet, you need to give the references. The another important section is literature review. This chapter comprises of previously published research about your topic. Select 12 to 20 research papers relevant to your topic and write the review. So how can we summarize the whole paper? Discuss the technique and method of briefly describe the result and give a short conclusion. It should give the complete overview of the paper. For example, we can discuss paper. For example, this is a paper, brain tumor detection in MRI images using MATLAB. So we can summarize its chapter. I read the abstract. You need to read the whole paper and focus on the abstract and conclusion. So here in this paper, the author has used the MRI images of brain to detect the boundaries of brain tumor. And they use the MATLAB software for the image segmentation and image processing, and they use the graphical use interface GUI in MATLAB and found the boundaries of the tumor. So you can explain in this way. You can give the review in this way for the whole paper. So this was very short. You need to conclude it as well. So the next section is methodology section. Methodology section needs step-by-step procedures you used, techniques you followed. You can add the images of machines you are using, pictures of your samples. You can add the figures like the figures of your laboratory images, your laboratory work, like that. So if you are using the methodology section is usually wholly your own. You are adding your own preparation images. You are adding your own methodology. But if you are using someone else published method as it is, you need to give the reference of this method of this person. So the methodologies in methodology section, you need to you can give the figures taken by your camera. You can give the figures of your lab experiment, your lab machines like ActiIR machine, like XRD machine, your anything else you are using. You can give the preparation samples of your title. So research and discussion is another important section. You need to choose your best staffs, your best figures, and the analysis, your comparisons. If you are using different diagnostic methods and segmentation processes, you need to give results of all of those. If you are categorizing a material, you need to give all of these, and you need to give the comparison. At the end of the section, after giving your result and discussing your result, you can give some previous results with references which are relevant to your topic. So next section is conclusion section. It's usually a very short section. Give the outcomes of your work and what you finally found. You can add few lines of future work at the end of the section, or you can add another section of future work to give your future plans and what can be done in the future. So the final thing is references, which I haven't given in any other section or I haven't described before. References are very important. Reference style is different for every university. So when you are writing a paper, I suggest to give the references alongside your writing. So don't wait until the completion of the thesis. It can make problems for you finding the same paper, finding the references. It will take a lot more time. So save the time. Give the references when you are writing the thesis. So how to give the references? It's very easy to give the references. and different software are used to give references like EndNote, Zeroth, Medley. So I will have another video about how to give the references. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. Thank you very much. At the end, if you are writing just a review research report, review research thesis, then your few things will be different from the research thesis, and the introduction section will be almost similar, but the methodology section will be different, as you will discuss the methods from the whole papers you reviewed, from all of the papers you reviewed, from all of the research you reviewed. You will give the methods from these, and you will give the references of all these methods. So next different thing is the results. Results, you will give the results from the research you reviewed, and you will give its references. If you have reviewed a lot more research, you can give the best images, or few different images, like you don't need to repeat the similar images. And the most important thing, you need to give references of these all, because it's not your research, you have just reviewed it. And in the conclusion section, you will give an overview that what you have concluded from all this research. You reviewed the whole research, and what you have concluded from their conclusions, you will make that what you have concluded from all this. You can summarize their conclusions, that what you have concluded from these all reviewed papers. So this is the different thing from the research thesis and from the review reports.